Good day, everyone. So a few people have some questions here. How do I get my Monster Moto? This is the 80cc, probably fairly similar on other models. So here we are, we're looking down on this particular unit here. This is the Monster Moto 80cc, as I said. So here's the start handle here. Now what you're going to do, if you want it to go faster, is really easy to do. Now I'm not recommending that you do any changes or modifications. I'm just telling you, because we're not only going to tell you how to make it go faster, but also how to make it go slower, especially if you have a younger person driving it that you don't want them to get out there and go really fast. So basically there's a screw here, you can see it has a spring on it. Now if you want the bike to go faster, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to turn the throttle here and hopefully it shows in the video. I think it is. So there's a stop limit right here. So at full throttle it comes and it makes contact with the screw here, and that stops the throttle motion. So it's not going to go any faster than whatever that's set at. And what I found, if you want it to go as fast as possible, which I found was about 28 miles an hour, I actually ended up completely removing this screw. Now the trick to taking this out, on this bike, I don't know if they're all the same, but they've made it so that you can't actually put a screwdriver in there or a socket. You're going to probably have to use some pliers to loosen it up and pull it right out, and it's going to go as fast as it can go. Not always good to run it as fast as it will go. It might not last as long, but that's how you do it. As I said, it got up to about 28 miles an hour. The bike actually does run nice at the factory setting. I think around 22 miles an hour is what I'm finding. But so in this case, what I want to do, I also have tried to turn all the way in, but even when this is screwed all the way in, just because there's a spring in here, it compresses, you can only compress the spring so much, and the bike it still goes pretty fast, I think, for, maybe a smaller person or someone you're concerned about. So what I'm going to do, as I said, to make the bike go as fast as possible, you remove this screw or bolt or whatever you want to call it completely. And if you're really going to make it go fast and you screw it out like this, the reason I took it right out is because it gets so loose that it would probably work itself out and you'd probably end up losing the screw. So I'm going to take this all the way out. And this is going to be the secret to actually make the bike go as slow as possible. Once I get this out, so here we have it out, and really to get it to go slower, there's two options. I mean, you're gonna have to remove the spring, and if you're gonna turn it all the way in, I would suggest maybe finding a nut to put on here, and then when you put it through the bracket, put a nut on the other side so it doesn't, work itself out. But we're gonna give a test here. I took the spring off, so now I can screw this in all the way, which is going to really make a big difference. Like, this throttle will only be able to move so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll speed up the video here so you don't have to watch me screw this in slow time. So basically I'll get this in. I'm going to take it for a test drive. Once I get this in, I'll come back and I'll tell you how she goes. So again, we're turning it in so that when you open the throttle, it will hit the screw. Yeah, I'll keep going. So you can see it's the throttle's really limited now. Yeah, you can see that. Right now it can only move about maybe half an inch. I'm not sure if I'll be able to turn it all the way in, but let's take a look. You can kind of turn it with, well, I can turn it with a screwdriver. It's not actually fitting in the head there, but that's why I'm saying, like, if you don't use this spring, the spring kind of locks that in place. So Yeah, you're gonna have to keep an eye on this if you don't put a nut on the other side. But now it doesn't have very much throttle movement, so I'll give this a try and see what happens when it's all the way in. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the results. I basically got the bike down to about 10 miles an hour. Now, of course, I'm much heavier than a kid, but you can see the amount of movement there. We're looking right here. Just watch right here. So it only moves about half an inch. Do some fooling around. You can get the bike slowed down, you know, for those younger people. And this was all tested on level ground. And again, if you want to make the bike go fast, take the screw right out. I'm not recommending it. Who knows? You might blow up your engine. But there you have it. I just want you to know. Okay, take care. Have a great day. Like, subscribe, come back for more.